Your dollars are being printed. Please wait to receive them. But before you take them, have you ever wondered why a piece of paper can buy things? After watching this video, you will understand the origin and making of money, and why money has value. The earliest form of money for humans was barter. At first, people used shells, salt, livestock, and grain as a medium of exchange. These items could circulate within a certain range, but they had obvious shortcomings. For example, they were bulky, hard to preserve, costly to transport, and their value was difficult to standardize. To overcome these shortcomings, metal money gradually appeared. Gold, silver, and copper, being scarce and durable, were cast into coins and became widely used as a medium of exchange. Metal money had its advantages, but it was still heavy, and especially inconvenient to carry in large transactions. In this context, the prototype of paper money emerged. The earliest paper money is believed to have originated in the Tang dynasty of China. At that time, flying cash was created, a form of credit certificate promoted jointly by merchants and the government. Flying cash was not official coinage, but a remittance voucher created by merchants. To avoid carrying large amounts of copper coins, holders could exchange flying cash for equivalent real currency in different regions. Although flying cash was not truly paper money, it opened the precedent for paper-based monetary certificates. By the Song dynasty, paper money officially became state-issued currency. The jiaozi at that time was the world's first official paper money. Its emergence was due to the shortage of copper coins in Sichuan. Along with booming trade and high demand for circulation, private money houses created a system of deposit money, exchange for jiaozi. Later, the government took over and issued it uniformly, and jiaozi became legal tender. Some paper money went through forms like jiaozi, chunyuan, and hezi. These not only promoted economic development, but also marked the formal birth of the paper currency system. During the Yuan dynasty, the paper money system developed further. The Mongol Empire had vast territory, but lacked enough metal money, so they promoted jiaoqiao. For a time, jiaoqiao circulated widely, even reaching West Asia and Europe. But due to overissuance of paper money, without gold or silver reserves to support it, serious inflation eventually occurred, leading to the collapse of its credibility. In the Ming and Qing dynasties, the paper money system went through repeated cycles. In the early Ming, the daming baoqiao was introduced, but it also failed because of overissuance and lack of credit. In the mid to late Qing dynasty, silver and copper coins became dominant, and paper money gradually faded away, until the reintroduction of modern Western paper currency in later times. With the development of capitalism, the banking system gradually matured. European banks began issuing paper money backed by gold or silver reserves. The earliest European paper money appeared in 17th century Sweden. In 1661, the Stockholm Bank issued the world's first bank-printed paper money. This kind of paper money was essentially a banknote, which at first promised to be redeemable in gold or silver of equal value, and thus held strong credibility. As national power grew, paper money gradually became issued solely by governments, becoming fiat money. The characteristic of fiat money is, even if it cannot be exchanged for gold or silver, it must circulate by force of national law. From the 19th to the early 20th century, paper money became increasingly widespread. Countries established central banks, responsible for issuing money uniformly. The design, printing, and anti-counterfeiting of paper money were also refined. For example, using special paper, watermarks, and intaglio printing to prevent forgery. Before the 1970s, many currencies were still tied to gold, a system called the gold standard. People could exchange paper money for gold. In 1971, U.S. President Richard Nixon announced the dollar's decoupling from gold, marking the end of the gold standard. Since then, paper money has become entirely fiat money, relying on national credit and economic strength to maintain its value. So today's U.S. dollar is not on the gold standard, but on the credit standard. Having covered the history of money, let us now talk about how paper money is made. Every country has its own methods, so let's take the U.S. dollar as an example. First, one thing must be clear: paper money is not ordinary paper. Most everyday paper is made from wood pulp fibers, which are soft and easily damaged by water. If ordinary paper were used to print banknotes, it could not withstand frequent daily use. Therefore, almost all central banks in the world choose special materials for banknotes. The most common is cotton fiber paper. For example, U.S. dollars are made from about 75% cotton and 25% linen fiber. These fibers are far tougher than wood pulp. able to withstand thousands of folds without tearing. Touching them, you feel a unique crispness, completely unlike book paper. Once the raw material is ready, banknote production enters its truly complex stage. The whole process can be divided into several major steps: papermaking, printing, anti-counterfeiting, and cutting. In papermaking, cotton or linen fibers are pulped, bleached, washed, and filtered, ensuring clean pulp free of impurities. At this stage, central banks embed watermarks and security threads into the paper. Watermarks are carefully made, not simply printed images, but patterns formed by varying the paper's thickness. The metallic security thread is a thin strip of metal, sometimes embedded fully, sometimes partly exposed. When held to light, it appears as a shiny line. This is also done during papermaking. The prepared paper is then sent to special banknote printing facilities. Banknote printing is nothing like printing books. It uses multiple techniques layered together to achieve the final result. The most important is intaglio printing. On a metal plate, fine lines and images are engraved. Then ink is pressed into the paper under high pressure. The result is thick ink layers. And when you touch the text or portrait, you feel a raised texture. This tactile relief is extremely hard to reproduce with ordinary printers. In addition to intaglio, offset printing, screen printing, and letterpress are also used, each for different parts. For example, background patterns might be offset printed, while intricate security images use screen printing. All techniques combined make the design sharp and layered. During printing, banknotes gain many visible and invisible security features: fluorescent inks that glow under UV light, holograms that shift patterns when tilted, microtext only visible under magnification, color-shifting inks that change with the angle. These techniques differ by country. For instance, the Chinese yuan uses color-shifting numbers, the US dollar emphasizes detailed intaglio lines, and the euro its holograms in transparent windows. After printing, banknotes are still in large sheets, with dozens of notes on each sheet. The final step is precision cutting, trimming them into standard-sized individual bills. Each one is printed with a unique serial number, necessary for circulation management and anti-counterfeiting. Freshly printed dollars are not immediately usable. They undergo post-processing to enhance durability and security. For example, a protective coating is added to resist dirt and oils. Some notes have embossed or glossy finishes, and metal threads or transparent windows embedded. These features, under light, create distinct effects, making counterfeits easy to spot. Additionally, banknotes include machine-readable codes, such as magnetic particles or reflective markers, so counting machines and bank scanners can quickly verify authenticity. After printing, every note undergoes strict inspection, checking color accuracy, dimensions, completeness of security features, and correctness of serial numbers. Only qualified notes are sealed and delivered to central banks. Each dollar has a unique identifier, like an ID card. This allows the central bank to track circulation and quickly isolate problematic batches if needed. Note: public science education can describe these technologies and their general purposes, but will not teach how to reproduce or bypass them. Counterfeiting is a serious crime under the law, with strict penalties in all countries. Now, let us ask, why does money have value? Currency is also a symbol of national identity. Many countries incorporate historic figures, landmarks, or cultural symbols into banknote designs, reinforcing a sense of belonging. For example, British pounds often feature historical figures. Euros use abstract architectural motifs to symbolize unity, and new designs often align with cultural or strategic themes. A banknote is only paper. Its value does not come from the paper itself, but from national credit and the institutions that ensure trust and usage. Beyond being paper, money is the convergence of materials science, printing engineering, optical technology, supply chain management, and law. It is both a tool of economic exchange and a reflection of national technical capability and cultural memory. Understanding how banknotes are made and managed is not about replication or circumvention, but about appreciating the trust and convenience they silently uphold in daily life. Every note embodies the joint effort of designers, engineers, printers, regulators, and policymakers. Alright, that's the end for today. See you in the next episode.